Hu Zhuyan, a famous red-topped merchant of the Qing dynasty. Yet he failed completely in just 3 years. When you're in smooth sailing, there's actually high danger. His magnificent life. What kind of reflection and inspiration does it leave us? Professor Zeng Shiqiang from Taiwan Normal University brings us Zeng Shiqiang's commentary on Hu Zhuyan. There are many wealthy merchants in Chinese history. Hu Zhuyan is the most legendary one. Historical records about him are scarce, but there are many legends about him. Hu Zhuyan came from a poor family. In his early years, he worked at Rend Private Bank, responsible for street running and debt collecting. Yet no one expected that a clerk busy running about for daily meals would later become a red-topped merchant of the first rank. So what did this legendary business figure leave behind for us? Where did his chance for success come from? What kind of personality shaped his destiny? How did he step by step reach the peak of his life? Professor Zeng Shiqiang from Taiwan Normal University brings us this series, Zeng Shiqiang's commentary on Hu Zhuyan. Please watch Episode 1, starting from scratch. Late Qing Dynasty. The Taiping army rebelled and occupied Hangzhou. General Zuo Zongtang sent subordinates to Rend Private Bank to forcibly borrow money. This is a promissory note written by Lord Zuo Zongtang himself, and your Zhejiang Governor Wang Yuling, Lord Wang, as guarantor. 2,000 taels. I'm afraid that won't do. Coming to your private bank to borrow money. It's not that we won't repay. Get someone in charge here. Zhuyan returned to the private bank. Why did he first hide on the side? As if it had nothing to do with him. I think this point is where Zhuyan differs from ordinary colleagues. We call this independent-minded. A person should have a different kind of personality, should have different performance. But we advise everyone must first think clearly about the consequences. Can you bear the consequences? Are you willing to accept that consequence? Before behaving this way, we can learn from Hu Zhuyan what can be learned. He is very calm, not rushing in as soon as he enters, making things more and more chaotic. This is called being a hindrance. The more you help, the worse it gets. He watched from the side to see how the situation was. My lord, my lord, my lord, you to move out of my way. If you don't know what's good for you, don't blame the knife in my hand. Hey, 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 advisor, hey, advisor. As for the money, we'll lend it. We'll lend it. It's all right. Don't worry, gentlemen. I'm here. I'll take the responsibility. Zhuyan said he would bear the consequences himself. Isn't that too arrogant? If it were an ordinary person, we would indeed feel it's too arrogant. But Zhuyan's performance, this time, because if he hadn't done this, how would that matter have evolved? Probably several people would have lost their lives. We can also treat this as a special case, because the whole world basically is not normal. It's impossible for the company to encounter money every day. If it happened every day, then no one would dare to work at a private bank. What are you, a stinking street runner? These 2,000 taels are enough for you to live on for decades. Why did Manager Ren scold Zhuyan as a stinking street runner? He doesn't use his brain at all. He only knows how to scold people after the fact. At this time, even calling him a stinking street runner, that's too much. Some of us, often when you love someone, you want them to live, thinking everything about him is good. When you hate them, you want them to die. When you don't like him, you feel he's not worth a penny. This kind of excessive emotional expression is not good. Xueyan settled accounts and told him to get lost. Hey, boss. Please give me food to eat. Boss, I can't go down. Boss, please spare me this once. Boss, let's go. What's the reasoning behind Zhuyan kneeling to Manager Ren? If Hu Zhuyan said, I'll take responsibility to the end, then you fire me, and I leave. I don't feel any guilt. Do you admire that? He is completely irresponsible to his family. At a critical moment, He should think that he has a mother. He has a wife. He needs to support his family. He can't just do whatever he wants. Family members are their own business. Then why are you a head of household? Then you shouldn't get married. So when he kneeled down, it makes us admire him even more. After Xueyan lost his job and returned home, with no source of income, could only rely on his mother to silently maintain livelihood. Our family can't always be like this. Sooner or later, I'll earn money to support the family. Zhu Zhang's words show that he is a responsible person. On the surface, he still has great confidence. He thinks this is temporary for him. With me being who I am, I will certainly have achievements in the future. I think a person should have such thoughts to be a manifestation of responsibility. After the death of Xueyan's former colleague Lao Rusieku, he wanted to take in his daughter Ruijin. Unexpectedly, he encountered strong opposition from his mother. No. I can't let someone who killed both parents enter our door to curse our son. I know what's on your mind, son. You just want to take a concubine. Xueyan's thoughts were seen through by his mother. Why did he show such an expression? I think this is something very worthy of our attention. If a foreigner's mind is read by you, he will very seriously tell you, I think this way. Chinese people are not like this. The more correct you are about Chinese people, the less they will admit it. Because why? Because what we fear most is having our thoughts seen through by others. Chinese people have a characteristic which is hoping to keep their thoughts appropriately hidden. The unemployed Zhu Why still had the mood to drink tea at a tea house? Everyone, think about it. If Zhu Zhang, after losing his job, just stayed bored at home all day, not meeting anyone, then what would his result be? Then he would have no future at all. Many people are just like this. Either they go out complaining everywhere, cursing people everywhere, even go gambling. Wouldn't that be even worse? Zhu Zhang didn't. He knows this is a process for me. I will have a way. Liu Chengsheng, a clerk at the private bank, encountered Xueyan at the tea house, asking about his recent situation in casual conversation. So that's what you think. The person is idle, but the heart is not idle. Don't just look at all these people gathering. Everyone is looking for work to do. Perk up your ears to listen. At some point, you can hear a way to make money. At this time, all information is very important to him. When a person has work to do, actually, you don't need to spend too much time mixing with people. When you don't have work, the most important thing is to listen. Where there are opportunities, this performance is actually very normal. You left with fewer people. A street runner like me, Liu Changsung, becomes the popular person. Humph. Street running, standing at the counter, grasping everything. Everyone can see Chang Sheng. He was originally a very good cadre, but at this time, he also feels somewhat wronged in his heart, because he sees Xueyan is the same as him. Both are people the boss appreciates very much. It's just for one thing, and this matter, speaking of it, Xueyan also didn't do anything wrong. It was originally very special. Originally, it couldn't be stopped. Originally, should have lent to them, but he was fired. So he has some resentment towards manager Ren. So at this time, he said to Zhu Zhan, "What did you hear? Tell me about it. If there's a good job, I won't do it." HMPH, really exhausting. Saying fire, and then firing. Not humane at all. HMPH, I've been waiting for you to say that, because he wants to know. It's not that easy for him to start a business alone. If there are a few partners together, then of course, it would be much smoother. For startup capital, even to steal a chicken, you need a handful of rice. If you don't even have that handful of rice, how can you steal chickens? So he thought about it. With his current relationship with manager Ren, there's no way to bring it up. Even if he brought it up, manager Ren wouldn't lend to him. So he first talks with you. while manager Ren still employs you. Find him to borrow capital. What collateral? House. Collateral, house. Just those two broken houses. How much could they be worth? The house isn't worth money. The location is quite expensive. All quite valuable. I don't believe he won't be tempted when he's old. I think this is a very suitable method. Many things. We often say opportunities fall from the sky. The sky won't drop money on people. That would smash someone to death. But the sky constantly gives us good opportunities. You see, at this time, Xueyan arrived. Xueyan is Liu Chengsheng's brother-in-law, also a small leader of the Taiping army. During the battle between the Taiping army and Zhuo Zongtang's Shang army, Xueyan suddenly came to Chengsheng's home. Brother-in-law, I came in disguise this time, just to get grain. Can you help us get a batch of grain? No matter what price you buy it at, I'll pay 3 times more. I guarantee you can make a big profit. But the ancient people heard this. All were very excited. Okay, I fully agree. Zeng Shiqiang, not you. Better let me live a few more days. From this, you can see Zeng Shiqiang and Xueyan are 2 different kinds of people. If Xueyan had found Xueyan wouldn't say a word, saying, "How much do you want? You say it, I'll take the order from you." He certainly wouldn't be indecisive. But what about Zeng Shiqiang? He would think, forget it. Forget it. What do I need that money for? My sister and I are almost out of food to eat. You finish eating and hurry up and leave. So let's first ask everyone to think. Do you want to learn from Zeng Shiqiang or learn from Xueyan? I think this is not a question of learning or not. But you, yourself, need to measure. If you have Zeng Shiqiang's personality, then you walk Zeng Shiqiang's path. If you have Xueyan's personality, you have the qualification to walk Xueyan's path. Now even the street running. Just this bit of skill. How will it be useful in the future? Xueyan has known since he was young. Since I've walked onto this path, I have 3 basic skills I must learn well. One is what? Abacus must be proficient. The second is that calligraphy must be beautiful, because unless I don't be a merchant, if I want to be a great merchant, your signature doesn't look presentable. People will look down on you. The third is he must know worldly wisdom. So he often perks up his ears to listen to adults speak. He learns everything, because he doesn't know when he'll need what. You say, in the current market, what thing is most important? The rice market is all empty. Officers and soldiers and the Taiping army all disguise as common people rushing to buy. You see, one sentence reminded Hu Zhu. Compare him and Liu Chengxiang, the 2 people. You will discover, Liu Chengsheng, someone gives orders all to you. He still doesn't dare to do it. He's not. He heard saying, right? What's wrong? Why don't I do grain business? Don't even have the capital to set up a tea stall, and you're doing business. I'll go out for a moment. He heard this. Wow, there's such a good direction. Then why don't I do it? He immediately thought, I need to find Zeng Shiqiang to discuss properly, because time is very urgent. Sometimes, once missed, it's gone. When wanting to grab this opportunity, it's too late. So these actions of his, we need to properly, to become a great merchant, requires many conditions. You will gradually discover Hu Zhuan has all of them. This is an extremely rare talent. But let's say it again. Not everyone can learn it. At this time, coincidentally, the new Hangzhou prefect Wang Yuling took office, and he was precisely the guarantor for the Shang army's borrowed silver. So private bank manager Ren prepared rich gifts and came to the prefectural yamen to meet Wang Yuling. Has everyone signed? Ha 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 ha. It's that private bank that once lent military pay to the officers and soldiers. It is this humble one. It is this humble one. May I ask, Manager Ren, what brings you here? When the officers and soldiers borrowed silver, this humble one was not at your place. The street runner at the shop, who Zhujiang, he boldly refused to lend silver and even wanted to fight to the death. Why did Manager Ren report on Zhujiang? Wang Yaoling. When he took office, Hu Zuyan was very familiar with him. Manager Ren's mood now is actually quite complex. He wants to damage Zhujiang and Wang Yaoling's relationship, and he himself can profit from it. Let's say it again. A person makes wrong decisions. People all have the ability to reflect. This is extremely precious. It's the best gift heaven gives us. But after reflection, how do you remedy it? This is a wise and unwise choice. This manager, Ren, he apparently made a mistake. He walked the wrong direction. The more he walks, the worse it gets. But many people are like this. We must take him as a reference. Men, at tomorrow dawn. Bring Hu Zuyang to the main hall for questioning. Manager Ren thought he successfully framed Hu Zuyan. Quite pleased with himself, speaking of this matter to the clerk Zeng, the new prefectural Yamon, Lord Wang, at daybreak will arrest Hu Zuyan for court appearance. Hey. Of course, this is a misunderstanding. Because Zuo Zongtang, he heard Hu Zuyan lent money to him. He is of course very happy and also very grateful. So he wanted to find Hu Zuyan to give him a gift, to express his gratitude. But in this kind of message passing back and forth, it sounds like officers and soldiers want to arrest Zuyan, especially Manager Ren. He personally said to Zhang, good deeds are recorded on my head, bad name still he has to bear. Zion, of course, would believe, and Zion. They several people, from usual getting along can be seen, get along very well, so he, without a word, found a way to tip him off. Zion took advantage of the boss being drunk, took the opportunity to give Hu Zuyang the news. Right when Hu Zuyan and Cheng Shang together were discussing the rice business, Zuyang run quickly. Manager Ren is bringing the prefectural Yamen to arrest. Zuyan was quite shocked. Of course, he also believed they wanted to arrest him because he didn't know the whole process. But his first thought, he thought of Ruijin. Immediately tell Ruijin, tell her something happened. Let her hide for a few days. Because Ruijin is just a female, so always need to prioritize protecting her. Several people need to hide. For him to hide is relatively easy. For Ruijin to leave is relatively difficult. Therefore, I think he does things, the sequence, root and branch, light and heavy. From this subtle place can be seen. He is very capable. General Wang couldn't find Hu Zu, so he found Ruijin. You tell Hu Zuyan, within 3 days, take this fan to Hangzhou Governor's main hall to reply. HMPH. After officers and soldiers left, Zayan found Ruijin, let her go out and hide for a few days, and spoke of Hu Zuyan's plan. He wants to go to eastern Zhejiang to see a batch of grain. Wants to do a grain business with Cheng Shang. Grain. Right. Ruijin, this girl. After all, she was also born in a merchant family, and she often is together with Zuyan and them. So she also... This is a good thing. You want to do grain business? You must have capital. Then with you, several people. She calculated and also knew they couldn't pool much. So she herself also wants to contribute. I'll sell the fan and the boat. Sister Rui, you sold the fan. That will bring fatal disaster. Mine was sent to the pawn shop. Sooner or later can always redeem it. But he then thought, you want to go out to do things. You always need to have someone to protect you. And he knows a person called Abo. He also found the person, and at that time immediately gave instructions. Bao is my cousin, who roams the Zhenghu with me. Bao, I'm entrusting Mr. Hu to you. You must follow Mr. Hu closely. If anything happens to him, I'll settle accounts with you. Cousin, rest assured. I think this is too good for Xueyan. For Xueyan, this is an encouragement. Also a help. Under Zeng Shiqiang's introduction, Xueyan met the Taiping Army's small leader, Xueyan. Where do you want to send the grain? I'm thinking the river fork before Wuzhang. How about 50% discount? Good, it's a deal. Good, let's sign an agreement. Men. I think it's not necessary. Other than relatives, it's friends. I think we'll just do cash on delivery. Then it's up to you, brother. All right then, brother Hu. Brother-in-law, until we meet again. Until we meet again. I take my leave. Why did Xueyan and Zeng Shiqiang advocate cash on delivery? Cash on delivery, not signing a contract. Everyone sees, if now insist on signing a contract, the following matters would be very troublesome, because at any time it could be seized by officers and soldiers as long as they find you have this contract. How can you deal with it? No matter what you say, it's useless. Then you are colluding with the Taiping Army. So many things on the surface look the same. Deep look is the same. Now look is the same. Long-term look is again the same. Everyone must, from these angles, to measure a matter, to know the true right and wrong. After Xueyan acquired a certain amount of grain merchants discovered this point, started driving up grain prices. At this time, Xueyan made a surprising decision. Bao, sir, move the grain to the rice market to sell 9,000 per. Then, why did Xueyan sell the bought rice? Instead, cheaply sell it out. Nowadays, we keep saying strategy. Actually, Xueyan is a person who greatly understands strategy. He took money to buy rice. The rice, 3 price jumps a day, more and more rising. You originally could buy this much rice, now can only buy this little rice. Then what do? He thought, why it's rising now? It's everyone rushing to buy. Then I now do the opposite. My selling is reverse market manipulation. 9,000 per, then losing everything. I said, are you buying grain or selling grain? Ha ha ha, buying and selling. Where there's buying, there's selling. One matter, you think this way. It has this side's possibility. Think that way. Has that side's possibility. As for who's right, who's wrong, we still have one saying, only at the end do you know. So at this time we can see, Zeng Shiqiang, he is very conservative. He is not willing to take risks. But Xueyan is not the same. He thinks Wen should take risks. I'll take the risk. He's not gambling. Oh, if he was gambling, then we would look down on him, taking other people's money to gamble. How could that be? Then you might as well go gambling. Cannot gamble, must have confidence to take risks. Thank you. Xueyan's first business did not progress smoothly, so Xueyan began low price dumping to achieve the purpose of reverse market manipulation. This action, for the first time, demonstrated Xueyan's exceptional business talent. Then how did such business methods succeed? After this, what happened that led Xueyan step-by-step walk onto his success? Please watch episode 2, The First Pot of Gold.